the best part about making these videos is I get to share raw, real emotions, the highs, the lows. That's why I've done 61 episodes of this journey, and obviously this was a massive high for me, and essentially I've just lost or didn't record all of the video. It's just broken. I don't know what else to say, but you know, the excitement and the reward opening, that really can't be reproduced. I feel I'd be fake if I'm obviously not going to fake reactions. I really don't want to go and speak. I could do the intro, I could do my explanation of everything again, but the joy I had explaining it and it all coming together, I don't think it would be the same. So this will probably just be an audio video. I'll try and put some clips in the background to make it a bit more watchable. If you could give it a like or a comment so it goes out a little bit further, it'll put a little bit of a smile on my face for what is turned out to be not a good day. Welcome to my Sorare journey. This is episode 61 and we are celebrating our most successful game week ever on Sorare. Just look at these results, right? We finished second in the Cap 220 Super Rare on our second ever attempt. An absolutely massive performance from the whole team. On top of that, finishing 29th in Cap 270 with a pretty budget team for a rare and a limited card. Champion Europe put up a monster 373. It was only enough for a high tier 4. Then just to add the cherry on top, under 23, we finished 99th for a tier 2 limited. Overall, that is easily our most successful week. We didn't bring home a win, but we were so close. All the rewards will be shown in this video. I just want to explain first how I got to this position. Because if you've been watching the channel recently, things weren't going too well. A little bit of history then. If you've been watching the channel, you know, we transitioned to rare cards from limited cards on Sorare. You know, a lot of different reasons fall into it, but essentially I think Sorare will reward users that move up the divisions the more they can. And I was doing quite well in that division. I hit some decent rewards, but obviously I'm competing on a little bit of a budget, so it's not exactly as successful as I was in limited. If that makes sense, you know, the scores won't be as high, but still doing well compared to the budget, right? And then we went a little bit wild and we advanced all the way to the super rare division. Like when they increased the threshold payouts, I just thought, right, this is the right time. As I said before, Sorare are going to try and, you know, push users to move up the division. There'll be benefits for moving up the division. So yeah, I managed to pick up 6 super rares. It cost me an astounding £3,000. But I was explaining how it's a massive risk. I've got no depth. If my goalkeeper gets injured, I can't put out teams. If I don't like the fixture my attacker's got, nothing I can do about it. No depth. I also try to stay very prudent with my rare multiples, so I didn't want them to go for outrageous prices, me just to buy the player because they're very scarce. I wanted to make, you know, very long-term decisions at a decent price. Why I say long-term decisions is because a lot of these players had been underperforming. Like Tielemans, for example, just back from a long-term injury, his scores were pretty average. But next season is really looking up for him, right? He's leaving on a free transfer somewhere. We don't know where he's going to go, but I think because of the free transfer, a lot of clubs will be in for him, and that will entice the bigger, better clubs. I've seen him linked with Roma, I've seen him linked with Dortmund, I've seen him linked with Newcastle. All of those suggestions would be great. I've gone through all of this before, so if you want more depth on why I picked these players, you can go to the last My Sorare journey. These players, of course, come with a massive opportunity cost. I had to find the money from somewhere, and some big players had to go. And I'm sure you all know the big one that went. Kevin De Bruyne obviously left the club in a turmoil. He was absolutely awful. Now, if you've been watching Kevin De Bruyne's scores, you will know he's just gone absolutely nuts again. In his last 5, averaging 74. If we zoom out a little bit, I was having him when he was averaging here. 33 against Tottenham my first game, 45. He then put up a nice 80, right? But against Arsenal when I didn't expect it. 66 was his average, then DNP, then wasn't sure if he was going to come off the bench. So I managed to get out of him in a really complex deal with Pavel Trader, and I was really happy with it. But of course it had its risks and I had to pay a premium to the market maker Pavel. But that's not the only player we had to sell. Florian Wirtz, right? One of the best up-and-coming youth prospects in the entire world. Absolutely electric on Sorare when he plays. I had to sell him as well. Got a great deal for him by the look of that graph, right? Obviously the forward card does go for a little bit more, but it's so tough to sell this player. But I have strength up front. I have Vinny Jr. in the position for under 23s. I've got Jota from Celtic on the under 23s. If someone had to go, it was Florian. Really tough sale. Another one you haven't seen, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He just moved to a little bit more of an attacking position for Liverpool. That makes him a lot more desirable. He essentially doubled in price in 1 week, 40. I managed to sell him for £82. I was like, do you know what? I'm not liking it, but I'm going to have to let him go. Funds have to come from somewhere. He's gone on a monster run of last 5 of 80. I don't think he'll keep that up, but obviously his scores will improve. I did know that, but it's just, yeah, the money had to come from somewhere, and moving it out of the limited division was the easiest choice. And then the final thing to keep you completely up to date was my luck was just so bad. Last game week, I just couldn't put anything together. I came out with 0 rewards. I hadn't sworn in the 2 years I've been recording on this channel, and in this short series, I just crumbled. 3 of them came out. I was so angry. I was literally done with the entire game, as you can see. It literally went from bad to worse to even worse. Even in the midweek, I had my hopes very, very low, and they went below the low hopes. So nothing was coming together for me. I had to go into the spreadsheets, I had to do a little bit of work, and I had to improve. Now there's 3 key points I was looking at is how can I improve my gallery, especially with no budget to do it? Where should I be playing my cards to get the best return for them in each division, in each scarcity? And then finally, who's going to perform well and why are they going to perform well? If you've seen my gallery then, you know that my priority division is Champion Europe Rare. The reason for that is obviously there's a massive premium on Champion Europe cards. I've paid that premium, so now I should be entering them in the premium competitions. On top of that, I've got, lots of depth in lots of positions, so I can transfer out for fixtures and play on different, team strengths. So I was looking at this really in-depth spreadsheet that me and Yuaza have built out, and essentially it says that Champion Europe Rare pays out really well, but you need 341 points to compete. And I was thinking, well, now I've got some super rares, let's see how that compares. And obviously the cap 240 well outweighs Champion Europe Rare because of the scarcity up, because of the ETH thresholds. And I was like, okay, I'll put some of my best cards there. That will be my priority division for this week. But what actually really caught my eye was cap 220 super rare, because although it pays out half the amount as the cap 240 because of the lack of thresholds, right? It still pays more than Champion Europe Rare. But on top of that, it's about 20 to 30 points easier to compete in cap 220 super rare than it is to compete in cap 240 super rare or Champion Europe Rare. And this really caught me off guard because the same thing doesn't happen in the rare division. In the rare division, the cap 220 division, although it is a much easier game to play, the scores are required at less, the rewards really aren't that strong. So I was looking at it, I was like, I think this is a really good opportunity because what I can do is drop one of my best rare players into the division. Now I've looked at where I should be prioritizing my cards, I need to work out who's going to score well and where they're going to score where and where I should play them. So in this division, I pretty much thought, right, I'm just going to prioritize my best team in super rare cap 220, and then I need a rare player to pair alongside him. To be honest, it was a pretty easy decision. I think Remy Cabella at home, the form he's in, it just made so much sense. The fact he put up 100 blew me away, of course. I absolutely love Remy Cabella for that. And by prioritising the super rare division, that did leave me a little short in the rare division. And I didn't have any more funds to put together a team, but I thought, let's just make a little transfer here. Emil Forsberg was about an 85% chance of starting against a really easy opposition in Hoffenheim. So even if it's just a 1 week punt, I think he's great value, especially with the transfer window coming up and we don't know where he's going to go. I had some extra value to add Amadou in, and we got rid of Demirovic, who, hadn't been playing well for me and didn't really have a position in the gallery. So there's a lot of method that goes into the madness, right? But there is luck as well, don't get me wrong. Edgar Badia, right? Elche getting his second ever clean sheet against Rayo Vallecano. Incredible stuff, winning 4-0. So I had a Remy Cabella 100, Edgar Badi, and I was like, oh my god, this could be the wildest team ever. Simakan was playing really well. He ended up with 48, which will do for this division, which is what's so great about the Super Rare division is you don't just need 80s plus, you can have low scores. Obviously, we had Kevin Volland next. After what Kevin De Bruyne had done to me, could I trust another Kevin? I'll let you decide whether you think I can or not. He scored 34, he got subbed at half time, but even if he'd played the whole game, he wouldn't have got any more points, so I'm not too bothered about that. And then obviously it rolled into Monday night. Yuri Tillemans, James Maddison, and Dwight McNeil to finish off. There's a 2-hour stream if you want to know what went on. But essentially, we got the job done. We finished second place. Tete didn't come on for Leicester, which kept us in a great position. Yes, I didn't win it. I was only about 5 points off, but I really don't care. My second ever week competing in the Super Rare division, and I've got a tier 3 Super Rare coming in. Even with Maddison missing the penalty, he put up a 71. He was on an 82 at one point as well. This team could have gone absolutely huge as well. If I'd captain Coman, who was my captain for so long before I went with Trippier, Rui Patricio conceded in the 97th minute to drop me another 25 points. It had so much potential. So this is where I got lucky, but my goalkeeper conceded in the 97th minute. One of my star players missed a penalty. I wasn't just fully lucky this game week. Everything didn't just go my way. There is a lot more to it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. Because even in divisions that I haven't prioritised at all, one of the last ones I'm tending to build at the moment, under 23 limited, Mantle, 85 clean sheet, Cinquet, 93 captain without any decisives. And the other lads did well to them as well. We're getting a tier 2 limited in a backup team. This doesn't mean I'm going to win every week. This doesn't mean I have game weeks like this every week. But it is so rewarding. All the time you put in, all the spreadsheets, all the effort, all the people you speak to for it finally to pay off. Now the rewards are due. I hope I get something good. But thank you so much for everyone that supports. Drop a comment if you've enjoyed this and let's get into the rewards. But before that, didn't even mention 29th in cap 270. Jonathan Vieira, 100 captain. I'll leave it there for now. I just want to show you the super rare tier 3 pool because there are some killers in here, right? Barco, Ivan Toney, Danny Olmo, Rafa, Anthony Martial, Sebastian Haller, David Neres, Daniel Iverson, Joe Hart, Jason Steele. Like, so many good opportunities, loads more great opportunities. I probably don't even know who they are. I am so nervous, but so excited. Pick up the coins, get it out of the way. You know, we don't know what's coming yet. Maybe a nice signed shirt would be cool. Is that not the Premier League? I think that's the Premier League. I'm just going to get straight into it. 118th, Champion Europe Rare. This would be a tier 4, but very top of the pool. Is this Premier League? France is good. Forward's good. Crystal Palace. French Eddie! The Celtic links. Good start. Oh my God. Okay. We'll get the tier 5 out the way. Because Japan's good. Celtic links. Midfielder. Oh, Nagoya Grampus, is it? 23. I don't know a lot about him. Let's check these guys' prices. For a tier 4, £42 in rare. Odsonne Edouard is very good. Yoshida last sale, £15. Tier 5, what can you expect? I'm actually quite pleased with it. Under 23, tier 2 limited. Netherlands. Forward again. Toulouse? Okay, I don't know this guy. Let's see if he's put any good scores up. Last sale is £17.50, so nothing too crazy, but I'll have to do some more scouting on him. If you know anything about him, let me know in the comments. Can't forget about a little bit of ETH. It's very nice, even if it is only a $5 amount. Right, for the tier 1 limited, some of the best players in the world, we're going to do guess the reward. Go ahead.
You want me to click it?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You clicked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who it is yet?
No.
Okay. Right, first question.
Yeah.
Are they a goalkeeper?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the goalkeeper?
No.
Okay. Are they from a European country?
No.
That's not a good start, lads. Are they 23 years old or younger?
No.
Oh, it's even worse. Do they play in the La Liga or Bundesliga or the Spanish League?
No.
Do they play in the Serie A?
No.
Oh my God. Who is this goalkeeper? Do they play for a team you know the name of?
No.
This is so bad. You're going to have to tell me which league you think he plays in.
The K-League.
The K-League? Oh, for goodness sake. I don't need any K-League goalkeepers. I'll just look who it is. I got no chance. Kim Hyung-min. Okay. We'll have to see how he scores. I really don't know. The last sale price of £30 isn't bad, but I'm still not overly happy with the rewards. So therefore, you've been banished from this reward opening.
No!
Yes!
I
Yes!
don't get to open the super!
No!
Oh no! I really wanted to! Oh, I accept it though, I accept it, okay.
We've made a big judgment call that we're going to go in alone. The tier 3, super rare. Second place. Come on, something good, please. Sweden, midfielder. From Midtjylland, Armin Givovic. I have never heard his name. Please be good. I really think I've been screwed. He hasn't had a sale since June 2022. That's almost 365 days ago. He sells for £2 in limited. I think I've just been played. This could be one of the worst rewards ever. Honestly, this has to be a mistake, right? Joe Hart was middle of the tier 3 pool. I should be at the very top, and he's worth £18 in limited and 255 in rare. Joe Hart, who's middle of the pool, is worth 9 times more than my guy. The whole system works on player values. How can you take a player's value that hasn't sold in a year? So yeah, that will probably explain why I was so down in the intro. Not only did I lose all of the face cam footage, I also got the worst possible reward you probably could have got, because this guy just shouldn't be in the tier 3 pool, in my opinion. Like, how you can possibly try and value someone that hasn't sold in over a year. That's why I've reached out to them. I've reached out to them for like a swap to see if they'll do it. I have no idea if they will, but you know, one of the swap criteria is a player in the wrong pool. This is exactly how they would get in there when you're using a sold data from a year ago, probably using this price of £845. I would be lucky to get 1/5 of that price for him. You know, if people think that's criticism because I didn't like the swaps in the first place, understood, but I think you're completely wrong. The reason I didn't like the swaps is because people were swapping injured players for non-injured players that were equivalently the same price. And I'm like, you're just creating work for work's sake. You know, you're not actually gaining, you've not actually had any mistake in the pool. You just don't like the fact he's injured. This is a player in completely the wrong pool with completely the wrong valuation, and that's why I think I've been screwed. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on it. I'll obviously let you know what happens with that in maybe a future update or maybe in my Discord. Join the link down in the description. But for now, I think it's just time to look on the brighter side of life and remember it's just a game. That's all I can do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted it to be a lot better, a lot more rewarding, maybe pop a bottle of champagne. But yeah, we'll save that for next time. All the best. Cheers.